your Google business profile was just suspended, what you do in the next few minutes and hours can matter as much as the suspension itself. Before you touch anything, here is what to do. Remember that while your Google business profile is down and suspended, your business isn't visible on Google right now. No Google Maps, no search, no new calls from potential customers, and this can have a huge impact on your business if Google is one of your main sources of potential customers. So taking the Google business profile reinstatement process seriously is key to get out of this situation for your business. First of all, if your Google business profile is suspended, stop. Don't edit the profile, don't create another listing or duplicate, and don't appeal yet. If you keep editing your suspended Google business profile, you have to know that frequent changes can work against you, and more changes can create more inconsistency, which can hurt your case. Then you should absolutely not create a new listing. This will create a duplicate, and duplicates get suspended too. And I know when it comes to your business, you can become emotional, so you can be tempted to appeal immediately or appeal fast, but you shouldn't. If you submit an appeal before you know what actually triggered your suspension, it could just hurt your case too. So make sure to identify the trigger first. Also, before anything else, you have to ask yourself this question. Is your business even eligible for Google business profile? Because sometimes that's not a suspension issue, but an eligibility issue. And eligibility cannot be fixed through an appeal, so you could waste your time actually if your business is not eligible for Google business profile. Online-only businesses, lead generation businesses, or businesses with no real-world customer interaction are not eligible for GBP. That's just the Google's rules. So if that's not you, you can keep going. So after reviewing the eligibility, we have to identify the trigger. What triggered the suspension? What probably caused it? So here are 5 patterns that cover most cases. These are the 5 most common patterns that triggered Google business profile suspension. First, there are address issues, a PO box, a virtual office, or a visible address when it shouldn't be. There are business name issues. Does your business name on your GBP reflect your real-world business identity? Recent changes can also trigger a Google business profile suspension. If you changed your name or address or phone in the last 2 weeks, you have to review it as well. Also, duplicate listings. Is there more than one profile for the business? If so, you have to delete the duplicate. And finally, the NAP inconsistency. So the NAP refers to name, address, and phone number, and they all have to be consistent across your directories, your website, your GBP. They have to show and say the same information exactly, with no difference on your name or address or phone number, on your website, on your footer, different than on your GBP. So here are the 5 most common patterns. You don't need to solve it yet, just get a first guess. Now, once you have a likely cause, 2 things happen at once. First, you need to freeze the profile, stop editing the profile, no name or address or phone changes, let it sit stable. So stop editing the profile completely. Then on the side, you need to prepare evidence, supporting evidence. Gather matching documents, build the evidence pack before and not during the appeal. At minimum, you have to prepare 1 strong document, like the business registration, the license or tax certificate, and they have to show the exact same name and address as your profile. These are the official documents that Google recommend uploading when you appeal. So make sure you gather them before you start the appeal. Before you start the appeal, not during the appeal. So a Google business profile isn't reinstated because it's fixed. It's reinstated because it's proven compliant. You have to identify the trigger to fix it, but you have to show that and to prove that you're compliant with the evidence. And only once your evidence is ready, open the official appeals tool from Google. It should look like something like this. The moment you click submit, Google gives you 60 minutes to upload everything. So if it's not ready before you submit your appeal, you'll be searching for documents while the clock runs, and you might end up not uploading them, which could make your reinstatement harder. Okay, if your Google business profile has been suspended, Don't guess at the fix. Click the link in the description and request your free reinstatement review. Within 24 hours, I'll personally review your suspension and tell you honestly whether I believe I can help. I don't accept every case. I only take the ones I genuinely believe I can help with. If I do, I'll handle your entire reinstatement from the compliance review to the appeal and every follow-up with Google until a decision is made. The link is in the description and pinned in the comment section so you can get your free reinstatement review today. So if your Google business profile is suspended, right after watching this video, this is the exact sequence to follow. First, you check eligibility, then you identify the trigger. After that, you prepare your evidence. Only then you can appeal through the Google's official tool. See you in the next one.